We've all been there, right? You get a new console, a new streaming stick.
Right.
You go to plug it in behind the TV and you realize you are completely out of HDMI ports.
The dreaded cable swap dance begins.
Exactly. But today, instead of just talking about that frustration, we're going to look at a solution that's a bit more on the professional side of things.
A lot more. We're doing a deep dive on the Key Digital KD S4x1X-3 HDMI switcher.
And it's sold by HDTVSupply for $232.
Which is the mission, right?
Yeah.
To figure out what makes this thing worth 10 times more than the cheap little adapter you might grab at the store.
Right. So let's start with the name. KD-S4x1X-3. The 4x1 part seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's just 4 inputs to 1 output. 4 devices, 1 screen. Standard stuff.
But the 18G bit, that sounds important. That's referring to 18 gigabits per second of bandwidth, isn't it?
That's the whole ballgame. A lot of those cheaper switchers, they cap out at like 10.2 GBPs, and they just choke on a modern 4K signal.
So you get flickering or weird color artifacts.
Or you just lose the data. You don't get true 4K at 60 Hz with the full 4.4.4 color information. The HDR data gets stripped out. Basically, you're not seeing what your source is actually sending.
Got it. So this is really about preserving the integrity of that signal from, say, your PS5 all the way to the screen.
Precisely. And it's replacing an older model, the Dash 2, so this is Key Digital keeping up with the new standards.
Okay, so the video part makes sense. But for me, the feature that really made me go, aha, was something called the audio D-embed output.
Oh, that's a huge deal for a specific kind of setup, a real problem solver.
So what does that actually let you do?
It lets you pull the audio stream directly out of the HDMI signal. So the video continues onto your TV, but you can send the audio separately to an older sound system.
Through like an optical port or LR audio jack.
Exactly. So if you have this amazing vintage receiver that you love but doesn't have any HDMI ports, you don't have to get rid of it. This little box bridges that gap.
That is genuinely useful. And I also saw PoE power over Ethernet.
Yeah, another one of those pro-level features. It means you can power the unit through the network cable itself.
So no extra power brick cluttering things up behind the TV.
Right. It just shows it's designed for a clean, permanent install. The kind of thing the folks calling HDTVSupply's Wolfpack support line would care about.
Speaking of them, they've been around 25 years, so they're established. They list the price, $232, and there's a 10% off code there. But
then you get to the fine print.
And this is where things get interesting if you look at the availability.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Estimated delivery Q3 2025.
25. That's not a typo, is it?
I don't think so. In consumer electronics, that is practically a geological era away.
So what does that mean? Is it just incredibly high demand, or is there a bigger issue?
I think it has to be about the components. The specific high-reliability chips you need for a flawless 18 GBP signal are probably in very short supply. Key Digital isn't compromising on the build just to ship units out the door.
Which would explain the 3-year warranty they offer. They're confident in the hardware, you just have to be very, very patient to actually get it.
It's the ultimate trade-off, isn't it? Do you want it now, or do you want it right?
So that leaves us with a provocative thought for you. In your own setup, the signal chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Is it better to buy a cheap available switcher now that might give you headaches down the line?
Or do you put your money down and wait, potentially years, for the perfect component to complete your dream theater?
Sometimes the perfect setup is just a tracking number away. A very, very distant tracking number. Thanks for diving in with us.
See you next time.